The desert is more than sand. It is a mirror. It shows you who you really are when water runs out and hope begins to burn. Every desert hides a mirage, sometimes of water, sometimes of salvation. Not every survivor escapes. Some live just long enough to understand what dying feels like. Tonight, we follow 5 real desert survival stories where heat, hunger, and hallucination walk side by side. A lost truck convoy swallowed by the Arabian empty quarter. A solo backpacker who vanished near the Atacama Ridge. A plane that fell silent over the Namib dunes. 2 friends who chased a sunrise inside the Simpson Desert and never returned. And a marathon runner who outran death in Morocco. This is Death in the Desert, Mirage of Survival. 5 journeys where the mind, the mirage, and the sand become one. Saudi Arabia's Rub al Khali, the empty quarter. 4 truck drivers crossed it to deliver supplies between camps. They followed tire marks at first until the wind erased them. Compass needles spun uselessly. GPS screens flickered. The horizon looked the same in every direction. For hours, they drove in circles, convinced they were heading north. Fuel dropped, water dwindled, and the heat climbed above 50 degrees Celsius. They built shade from their trucks, rationed water cap by cap. When night came, the temperature crashed. One man set out on foot to find a road of lights that didn't exist. He never came back. The next morning, rescuers found 3 trucks half buried in sand, doors open, bottles empty. The 4th driver was discovered kilometers away, footprints fading behind him like ghosts. In the empty quarter, silence is the map, and once you're lost, the desert stops giving directions. Chile's Atacama Desert, one of the driest places on Earth. A 28-year-old backpacker named Laura set out to photograph ancient geoglyphs near the ridge. She told friends she'd return by sunset. She never did. Her trail led to a collapsed stone shelter, camera inside, battery dead. Investigators found a note scrawled on a page torn from her guidebook. Following light looks like water. They believe heat stroke blurred her reality. The horizon becomes a trick there. The mirage bends light into rivers that don't exist. Days later, a rescue drone spotted her from above, lying near a salt flat, arms stretched toward the sky. She had walked 12 kilometers in the wrong direction, chasing a reflection. In Atacama, survival isn't about strength. It's about knowing when your eyes are lying. Namibia, 1998. A small charter plane carrying tourists across the desert lost both engines after a sandstorm choked its filters. The pilot made an emergency landing between 2 dunes. No radio, no shade, no trees. He and 4 passengers turned the fuselage into shelter. For 3 days they waited, collecting dew from metal panels at dawn. On day 4, one passenger set out toward a dark ridge he thought was a highway. It was just a shadow. Rescue came on day 6. 2 alive, dehydrated but conscious. The others had left footprints that ended mid-slope. From the air, the crash site looked like a small silver scar in an endless gold ocean. The Namib does not echo back your cries. It only reflects the sun. Central Australia, 2022. 2 lifelong friends, Tom and Reese, drove into the Simpson Desert for a weekend adventure.
This is the way. Confirmed.
They planned a short off-road loop, plenty of water, plenty of fuel.
Let's roll.
Then the storm came. Rain turned dunes into heavy clay. Their 4x4 sank axle deep. They tried to dig out, hour after hour, burning through energy and daylight. When the clouds cleared, GPS signal vanished. The desert seemed reborn. Every dune new, every direction wrong. They made camp and waited for rescue. They had 4 liters of water left. Day 2, the car battery died. Day 3, Tom stopped speaking. When search aircraft finally spotted the vehicle, it was half covered. Only one man was alive, sitting inside, repeating the same sentence. We should have turned back. The Simpson Desert looks peaceful from above, but from the ground, it's a maze built by the wind. Morocco's Sahara, 1986. A long-distance runner named Mauro entered a 250-kilometer race across dunes. On day 4, a sandstorm hit, visibility 0. He lost the trail and ran the wrong way for hours. His water was gone by morning. He found an abandoned desert shrine and took refuge inside. For 9 days he survived on small drops of condensation, bat blood, and his will to keep breathing. When rescuers finally reached him, he had lost 15 kilograms but was alive, barely. He later said, "I learned that thirst can be louder than pain, and silence can scream louder than fear." Mauro became a symbol of endurance, proof that the line between life and death is sometimes drawn in sand. The desert gives lessons only once. It doesn't hate, it doesn't forgive. It just measures how much hope a human body can hold. 5 survivors, 5 mirages, 5 ways the sand rewrote destiny. Some lived, some didn't, but all left stories carved into the dunes. The next time you see a desert horizon, remember, what looks like water may only be heat, and what looks like safety may be another mirage. This was death in the desert, Mirage of Survival. Real stories, real heat, real humanity. Because in every desert, survival is temporary. The mirage always fades. If this story moved you, subscribe and join us for the next journey, where the mirage might be you.